Kia ora koutou everyone again. Obviously Monique speaking. I think if I just wind back a little bit into who I am and a little bit about I'm hard of hearing. If I cut my hearing aids off, I can't hear anything. I look forward and so for the purpose of this meeting, I'm 100% reliant on my captions, which are working extremely well. So thank you very much to whoever's doing that. My hearing loss is hereditary. My mum is deaf. But the gene has kind of jumped all around the generation. But she has hearing impairment. And by trade, I am a resource and environmental planner. So I work a lot with government agencies and local government as well as private developers and job blog people on the stage. I guess the beginning of my leadership journey was when I decided to leave my job as an employee and go out on my own as an independent professional planner. That really did feel like a bold, brave thing to do for me because there's just so many additional challenges that we have to face in terms of what if someone wants me out, wants to talk to me on the phone, or but some places that people probably don't think twice about were probably stopping me from doing that for quite a few years. So it was a big step for me. And I couldn't have done it without my family support, particularly that of my husband. So that kind of made me step up to what my limitations were and starting to have those little awkward conversations with people about what I can and can't do, and just wanting up to being deaf, I think, because up until that point I've been able to hide it pretty well or pretend we're normal, if you will. So the other thing for me was that within about a year of doing that, I actually found myself in Washington DC at IDL Exchange, Disability Leadership Exchange. So that was in 2019, and I met some of you there. And that was an absolute game changer for me. It had completely changed my life. And the reason for that is because America is so much more accessible than New Zealand. And for the first time in my life, I could see deaf people excelling, thriving. I saw deaf people who were lecturers, doctors, academics, childcare teachers, who were just out there living their best lives. And I thought it really made me think about what was enabling them to do that and what in New Zealand is not enabling deaf people to, and generally people with disabilities, to live their best lives independently, just like a neurodiverse person would. And so I did really come back to New Zealand with a real fire in my belly to help New Zealanders with disabilities be more enabled. And I knew that probably the biggest thing that I could do was make myself more visible to New Zealanders. As someone with a disability who, in my view, is out there living her best life. And there's no reason why other deaf people and people with disabilities can't do the same. But when I was younger, you know, as I said before, it wasn't until 2019 that I really saw it for myself. And so seeing really is believing. You know, if you're not seeing teachers, high school teachers, politicians, if you're not seeing those sort of role models that look like you or sound like you or face the same challenges as you, then you're never going to think that future is for you. We really need to have that representation at those levels across every industry in New Zealand. And I know I have a role to play with that. So coming back, I really did just, instead of hiding my disability, I've really embraced it and accepted it as part of my identity and talked about it more. And instead of not joining groups or organisations, voluntary organisations, for example, the local Chamber of Commerce, I've wanted Monique to sit on their board for a while. And so I did, and instead of just sitting in the meeting and not hearing anything and getting frustrated, I spoke up and I communicated what I needed.